We started out doing music, so my music crew was involved from the beginning, and it's the same crew today.
We have a brand that's going to leave you with an experience. Some people might not wear something like that, but if you actually see it, see how it's presented, it might sway someone.
You need the feedback from real people that you don't know.
This is my first ever hat for my brand, and it went extremely well, and we sold out.
Heat pressing in DTF changes the game. Yo, you getting this? This is crazy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, may I be seated now? You?
I knew I let it game from my first little in the that was a backward hustle because I love to smoke. Shout out my cousin Lisha, she put me on
You know, we're from a small town, you know, south of Pittsburgh. So I'm out in Atlanta and I say, where are you from? You know, they might not understand where Uniontown and Brownsville, Fayette County is, but if I say Pittsburgh, they understand that, right? When you go places, it's a little tricky to get people to understand where you're from. But that's actually part of our brand aesthetic, right? We used to get, you know, slack about, you know, country boys, you know, and we was like, you know, we're not running away from that. We're gonna incorporate that. We're gonna incorporate the cows. You know what I mean? That's how we got here today.
A Western Pennsylvania tradition is coming back. Fayette County Fair is going on this weekend. About 90,000 people attend this on any given year.
One of the biggest moments is whenever the fair comes to town. So I'm like, let's make some designs based on that. So what we have here is called the County Fair collection. Spelled it kind of cleverly. I think all rural small towns across America can relate to the county fair. So I just felt like it was special to us, but I know it can cross over and translate, you know, to multiple places. So this is the first t-shirt. This is actually a DTG design. There's another one of the county fair designs. This one was really cool. Typically, all of our designs are unisex, but one way or another, we try to lean sometimes. But, you know, actually a lot of guys wear the shirt. So this is also a DTG design. What's cool about these, it was actually something that we could do domestically. We do a lot of things ourselves, but we also have partners and stuff that we work with. So finally, this is the black version of the County Fair tee. Really cool designs, really cool designs. The wildest thing that I've seen is that, like, it's actually been a shift where people are wearing more smaller brands than they're wearing the bigger brands that are in department stores, because these smaller brands are in front of the trends. Like, they're quick, they're getting them out, they're nimble. You know, a lot of these big brands, they got their whole release schedule for, you know, 6 months in advance, a year in advance. So if a new trend comes out that's hot, they're not, you know, quick to it. So Atlanta it was magical. It was a big deal. When we went to Atlanta, it felt like we was in the movie Back to the Future. It's really the front line of fashion and what's going on. So we got a chance to see what's going on. I mean, you see it on social media. We had a general understanding, but seeing it in real life really helped us.
It was a dope experience. And they put us on the stuff that we kind of need to, like the pieces that we was making, like, okay, now we know there's some certain pieces we need to go make, just because it showed us a little more the trendier setting of what was going on in the fashion game that might not be up here.
Press is big on seeing is believing. So that was an amazing trip, an amazing experience that we obviously came right back to and started implementing into the Cash Cow Clothes designs that we're doing now.
So we went to Atlanta, came back and brought some styles. So one of the main styles is a crop t-shirt for men's. Traditionally, people would think crop is for women, but right now it's the biggest trend, oversized drop shoulder crop tees. This is our Rex t-shirt. It's a big head Rex. This is actually on a Shaka-Wear blank, one of maybe 5 companies right now that are on the front line of making sure they're putting out crops and oversizes. So this is actually a DTF print, courtesy of Stahls. The quality's crazy. We added the distress to it. So this one is pretty tough. You know, Kills, me and him, all day long, all we do is share Instagram posts. Share who wore this, who wore that, what you think of that design? Oh, that's too far, I wouldn't wear that. You know, I'm gonna wear that.
It's crazy because, like he said, we're constantly just DMing each other all day. Like clothes, music, just all day. Our minds is on that all day.
You know, he always contributes in that way. You know, he's been making designs lately.
Sometimes it might be something based from something older, like a concept, like for the Stahls, for the example, you know what I'm saying, like cartoon base or something like that. Just older stuff we might have seen or just newer stuff we see today and just be like, how can we put our twist on it?
This one is a crop, but it's not as crop. This is part of our what's called the Sandstone collection. As you know, with the Cash Cows, what we like to do is put a spin on pop culture items. This is a flip on Fred and Dino made them cows. You know, that's our thing. So this is actually a DTG print, cut and sew design. We did that with matching mesh shorts, tough, right? And then another thing that the city people do for the guys with hair, my girl was really confused by this. I had to explain to her, beanies all year round. If you got hair, you're wearing a beanie in the summer, winter, fall, it's just a look. So we made sure we, color coordinated the entire collection with the shorts, the t-shirts, the beanies. This one right here, you could tell what that is, Pebbles and Bam Bam. One of our strong suits has always been our graphics. We really make sure we try to produce high quality, really cool graphics. This was an inspiration from Atlanta. We had to get the crops. I was so desperate for blanks. I actually bought some brand that actually just was selling white t-shirts that wasn't a wholesaler, and I bought their blanks. This one's actually a spin on The Simpsons. Our man Bart in his iconic phrase,
Don't have a cow, man.
I mean, come on. Cash Cows, it's self-explanatory. While in Atlanta, we got a chance to see a lot of other small brands, like how they're designing stuff, how they're making stuff, who they're getting their blanks from. So there's actually this website, it's called Superline. I think they're pretty innovative. What they do is they find all the top industries trends on one website. So this is actually extremely Atlanta. This is called a 2-panel drop shoulder t-shirt. It actually has one seam all the way across it here. There's no shoulder seam or anything like that. So when you wear it, it just has a really particular fit. This is like the look in Atlanta, along with oversized sweatpants, oversized jeans. So, again, just making sure we're bringing those styles to our customer base and our location. These are also DTF designs as well. And shout out to Stahls, because, they got the top quality transfers, you know what I mean? I didn't put them out yet, but we made these as well. Stahls, they actually can do the jumbo DTF because they have the roll, so you can get it by the roll and by longer sheets. It would be a real pain in the butt to try to split that up and do multiple sheets to get that, but we were able to get this on one design, and this is actually an oversized sweatpant. We recently created a Cash Cow Clothes Snapchat. The first day of school, we had 11,000 views. It was insane. And that's just the people that tagged us, 50 to 60 first day fits. I know how important the first day of school fit is. Me, I used to have my shirt, my shoes, it'd be pressed, to have it all ready to go. The only thing you liked about school the first day was your outfit, the fact you had to go back sucked. So the back to school rush, we weren't prepared for how big it turned out to be. Now we actually are, dedicating designs, dedicating ideas, specifically for the youth apparel, because it's going crazy. We go all the way down to 2T. These are all DTF transfers here. And again, incorporating that Jordan approach we talked about before, where same logo, different colorways, providing different options. DTF provides such an easy way to do that. You can get multiple t-shirts on one sheet, one roll, heat press. It's amazing. So it has grown so much that we had to approach it. We got to make sure we make some really cool things for these kids. It can't just be the typical logo. So some of the designs that we've made for adults, we actually started making for kids. Parents literally say to me, you gotta relax. They got me up here every week. You gotta stop dropping stuff. I'm never trying to create a difficult situation, but parents are going to try to compete with the other parent, and my son got this, and he got the perfect one. I'm gonna go get them the varsity, and then so as a parent, it could be kind of frustrating to shop and always buy clothes. So what we try to do is we try to build upon things you might have already bought here. So you bought mesh shorts, guess what? We made some more t-shirts a week or two later that could still go with those same shorts that you bought. So we're really going to work on dedicating specific designs and images and releases exclusively for the kids.
CW3, man, what we on right now, bro? Where we at?
Grant.
Grant? The Mecca. Tell me about Grant, bro.
It's been a league that I've been coming to ever since I was a kid. So it's just nice to get the people out here, and you already see how it looks like out here.
we try to be clever in the way that we interact with our community. There's a summer league that's really big here. In this town, they play football, but basketball, hoops is it. So a coach come to us and he was like, man, the kids love Cash Cow so much. We would love for you to somehow incorporate your brand into our team for the Grant Street League. So what we did is we actually designed for their summer league, a specific design, Grant Street Summer League. This was for kids. And then we actually ended up selling a couple to like the parents and, you know, people like that. I actually almost got jumped over this. I showed up to the park and, you know, everybody was upset that we didn't have these readily available for people. So, and last but not least, it's the small things in life. Since you've been here last, we used to have the thank you bags. You know, I feel like we done glowed up and, you know, we're big boys now. We got our own custom bags. I know it probably seems small, but it really is such a strong branding tool and opportunity. When we was in Atlanta, we seen photos from other people and we just seen this bag everywhere. It was like a sign of accomplishment. And you think it's small, but it really has a really big impact. And this is like significant to me anyway. So if you're a small brand, any little thing you can do to capture people's attention or give yourself an edge is sometime in the details, like with things like this. All right, man, I feel like I'm on an episode of MTV Cribs, but once again, thank you all very much for stopping by the Cash Cow store. We're going to kind of dive deeper into our MTO Mood to Order, where we'll be using the heat applied Stahls patches on different garments. Twill, we're going to have chenille. That's the new one. You're in for a treat. So, you know, stay tuned. The next episode going to be fire.